Hey Steph, I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of Google Drive and some different tools you guys might need as we kind of transition all of our stuff over to Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Slides, etc. So let me just start with a quick overview of Drive for you. So over here on the left side, you kind of have some organization elements. You have your Google Drive right here, and these are all your main folders. You can kind of see how everything's organized. And based on what folder you're in, you'll kind of see up here what folders you're in, and you'll see in here all the organization within those folders. You also have team drives. I'll show you guys more about that next year, but for now, just know it's a way you can kind of share as departments and stuff. You can have shared drives. And then you have different folders that are shared with me. You can see documents you've worked on recently. You can star files if there's stuff you access a lot. And then you have trash right there for things you need to delete or if you need to recover. Now, with Drive, you can kind of have different ways of viewing it, right? You can have it in the straight up and down, or you can have the grid view. You have the search bar up here, which is super powerful search. You can search based on types of documents. You can even search with different phrases that are inside documents. That'll help you find things very easily. So if there's something you did a long time ago that you need help with, you need to find, having it all in Drive is an easy way to find that stuff quickly. So then over here on the new icon, this is where you have the ability to add new folders. You can upload files from your computer. You can upload whole folders from your computer. So I know a lot of people who carry around flash drives with all of their stuff. You can attach that flash drive and then upload the folder of the flash drive and have everything instantly onto your Google Drive. You can also create new documents in here to kind of help you with organization to make sure you're creating everything under folders you want it to be in. You can create forms, sites, and all kinds of other stuff on here. So you'll see my organization. I kind of organize things based on class or what I'm working on. So when it's technology, I have it all under this tab. I have my training all under here with different trainings that I've done with all the documents that are necessary for that. For my American 2 class, I have an American 2 folder, and then my subfolders are Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4 with all of the information that I need in those folders. So it's a great way to keep everything organized. Now, what's going to be important about Google Drive is it's unlimited storage, and it's something we're trying to get everybody on the staff to use to make sure we can kind of collaborate, we can work together, and that we're all using this free tool. Unfortunately, we have to pay for Microsoft, so if we can get everybody moved onto this, we'll be able to fix a lot of pain points all at once. So I'm going into some folders right here to show you guys what it looks like to begin to upload files from your computer and convert files that you've been using in Microsoft. So you'll notice I have two folders in here. One is a Word document. You see that W, and one is a PowerPoint, and these are specifically Microsoft documents, but Google's going to help me convert them. So I showed you can upload files by clicking on the New button up here, right here, or you can simply go to your file manager on your computer, and you can drag and drop a file just like that. That's another easy way to do it. So what you do is we got this Word document up here. We are going to right-click on that document. We're going to hit Open With, and we're going to select Google Docs. So what Google's going to do now for us is it's going to take all the legwork to begin converting that document to a Google Doc for you, which will then make it easy to collaborate, share. It'll save past versions of that document. You'll be able to see all kinds of more features with that document doing it like this. Now, the great part is it does a really good job of converting these files for you. So up here in the top left, you'll see the little Google Docs emblem, so you know it's changed. Now, it'll still have the .docx, so you'll know what file it was, but feel free to take that off. It's not necessary. So here it is. It's converted all of this text over. It's even kept the header. You'll see as that's loading in there. It kept the footer on the screen as well once it fully loads in here. It transferred this photo over. You'll see it's not perfectly aligned right there, but for the most part, it's good. It transferred the footer and the images and everything over, right? So it's a really good way to transfer documents over. Okay, so let's exit out of that. Now, what's important to note is make sure when you're doing this, you got to right-click the document. You got to click Open With, and then you got to select Google Slides or Google Docs, and that way it knows to convert it. If you just open the document, it'll open it in its original Word format. So let's try PowerPoint. So let me click on Google Slides. Let's get it to load up here. So they'll take a couple minutes sometimes. It depends on how big the document is or how big the slides is. For the most part, you will not have to wait that long as you kind of transfer things over. And don't feel like you have to do it all at once. Maybe you do it unit by unit. As you're preparing your materials to teach for one unit, you begin transferring those PowerPoints, those Microsoft Docs, you transfer them over to the Google Cloud, and you begin getting the files to transfer the file format. So here we have a Google Slides. Again, you can see in the top left, we have the Google Slides emblem now. This is transfer the document over. It's going to take a second to load up, but I think this is a really good example because there's a lot of different images in this. There's a lot of different text boxes, and you'll see how it transfers everything over. On the front end, you can see a very simple slide at the beginning. Everything transferred over well. It looks fine. It looks like normal, right? The title slide, same thing. It transferred over well. You can see the title there. It looks great. All the text is fine. It even transferred over. You can see on this right side over here, it transferred, or left side, it transferred the actual transitions with the slide. So you don't even have to make new transitions. Then you'll see slides like this that are actually pretty complicated. It's done a really good job transferring over these text boxes. Now you'll see it's kind of close to the edge in some places, and even in other places you might see it go over the edge, but all you got to do is resize the text and it'll fit fine. So Google has done a great job making sure that you can transfer your files over. That way you can access the presentation features, you can access the comment features, the collaboration, the editing, and you have these file versions as well. So all you do is go back to Drive there, and then you can take those original versions and just select the file, click delete, and it'll get rid of those original copies because you have these copies now. And this first copy that you have will always be there, right? As you make changes, it'll save versions and versions within that file that you can always go back and change if you need to. Of course, we'll be doing more training on Google Drive, and I'll offer some more training specifically on Google Docs, Google Slides, and then I'll hold a session for everybody who really needs help transferring files and needs help transferring over from the usage of Microsoft products into Google products. If you have any questions, as always, you can just shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to help you out. Thanks.